Once upon a time, near an old, broken house surrounded by tall green grass, there lived a little kitten and her mother. Every morning they played together in the sunlight, chasing butterflies and rolling on the soft ground. Their world was small but filled with happiness, laughter, and love. But one evening, everything changed. Dark clouds gathered above their home, and a terrible storm began to roar across the sky. The wind howled, lightning flashed, and rain poured down in heavy sheets. The kitten and her mother ran quickly inside the old house to take shelter, but the water kept rising around them. The walls shook, and the floor trembled under the storm's rage. The mother cat held her little one close and whispered softly, "Don't be afraid, my dear. I'm here." But before she could say another word, a loud crack echoed through the air. Part of the wall collapsed. Dust and water burst into the room. When the kitten opened her eyes, she saw something that froze her heart. Her mother was trapped under a heavy stone. The kitten screamed, "Mom, please get up." She pushed the rock with all her tiny strength, but it wouldn't move. Rainwater splashed around her, and thunder roared again. She tried again and again, but her small body was too weak. Finally, she fell to the ground, exhausted, crying beside her trapped mother. For a moment, it felt like hope was gone. But then, a thought came to her. There was a big dog who lived under a tree near the old house. She had always been a little afraid of him. But now, fear didn't matter. Her mother needed help. Gathering all her courage, the kitten ran out into the storm. The cold rain hit her face, but she didn't stop. When she reached the dog, she cried out, "Please! My mother is trapped. I need your help." The dog looked at the tiny kitten, her eyes full of tears, her voice trembling but brave. Without saying a word, he stood up and ran with her toward the house. When they arrived, the dog saw the heavy stone and began pushing it with all his strength. The kitten helped beside him, even though she was small and weak. Rain poured down harder, but they didn't stop. After a long struggle, the rock finally moved, just enough for the mother cat to crawl free. The kitten rushed to her, crying with joy and relief. Her mother was alive. The storm slowly faded, and sunlight broke through the dark clouds. The three of them, the kitten, her mother, and the dog, sat together near a small fire, warming themselves. The kitten looked at the dog and whispered, "Thank you. You saved us." The dog smiled softly and said, "No, little one. It was your courage that saved her." The next morning, the world was peaceful again. The grass sparkled with raindrops, and a rainbow shone in the sky. The mother cat looked at her kitten and said proudly, "You're small, but your heart is bigger than the storm." The kitten smiled, nuzzling her mother lovingly. Because true bravery has no size.